fans proud and hit the floor in a way that will make them proud.
How much have you enjoyed the time though during the summer to put together that game
No,
plan?
there was no enjoyment of time, but that is kind of the enjoyment of the job. You know, like you have to, if you're not really built for this or you don't like all your time, like this is not the right job for you. And I thoroughly enjoy torturing myself, so I'm totally with it. It has been a blast. It's been really good to get to know Scott Perry and been to Chicago, a lot of different places. The same with B.J. Armstrong. I'm blessed to have two people like that support me the way they do.
So last season, you talked about 53s a game. That's not really your roster this year. How are you going to adjust what is sort of the design here?
I think you play to what you have. First and foremost, we want to play defense. So that's, you're talking about offense. What are you doing, bro? Defense always first. So if we defend, we get out and we run. That's what we want to do. We want to defend. We want to defend. We want to defend. Once we get out and run, we're looking for layups. We want to touch the paint. If we do that, we spray the ball out and we shoot threes. To that number, we'll see what that number ends up at. But more than anything, defensively, we want to create an identity. And, there's a beautiful side to basketball, obviously, on the offensive end, and we want to share the basketball. But defense is where we want to hang our hat.
You had such a wild season last year. Did you get any chance this offseason to kind of reflect, take it all in, where you've come professionally and just kind of soak it all in ahead of the season?
No, not really. There were so many different things that were happening in real time that I tried to just stay in the moment of where I was at and what I'm doing. Will there be time to reflect? And, sometimes you obviously do, because there's an appreciation that you have to have for where you're at, as opposed to always looking at that thing down there like that thing will make me happy. Like, I'm actually happy where I'm at, and I'm going to keep working, and we'll get to that thing. So, not a lot of that. Try to reflect sometimes, but not a lot.
Staff-wise, what is everyone's responsibility within your staff? And is there an offensive defensive coordinator or anything like that, or is it just kind of game-by-game analysis for each guy?
No, Mike Woodson is associate head coach. Bobby Jackson is running the defense. Mike Miller is running the offense. And past that, we try to develop coaches. We want our coaches to be good on both sides of the ball. So when it's time for your scout, you're required to cover the whole scout, offensively and defensively. I want these guys to be good coaches, not good defensive coach or good offensive coach, because that's not what basketball is about. You play both ends on basketball. You have to play offense and defense. So in my opinion, we need to coach offense and defense. But Bobby understands me probably better than anybody. So from that standpoint, he understands what we're looking for on the defensive end. Got to know Mike Miller, loved his attention to detail, so he will be running the offense. And then we have coaches that are underneath them that are a little bit more focused when it comes to practice and drills and those sort of things that will be helping them on that side of the ball. But no, we're trying to create well-rounded coaches.
So how do you envision finding the balance between playing your veterans and the minutes that you guys probably need from them to try to win games, while also incorporating some of the younger guys and make sure that they're developing?
Good question. For me, I would like to play 10 people. I believe that the style that I'm going to ask them to play is different. Like, we're not floating while we're on the floor. We're playing, and that could be tough. So I think that there's probably built in some minutes there for those guys. But listen, when we hit training camp, it's about earning what you get. So that's always how I was brought up playing basketball. Like, you weren't really given, so you about earning it. So these young guys, I think that they understand, watching them in the summertime and seeing how they move and how they work. The 6 pillars of who we're about, this guy speaks to, they are all about that. My defensive and offensive identity, they're all about that. So I think they'll find their way.
And with Keegan specifically, sort of a roller coaster, I guess, first few years of his career, just what's the messaging to him, and where do you want to see his game?
smile, defend, and shoot. Yeah. I'm not worried about Keegan, man. Great kid, had an incredible offseason. Real simple for him, have fun. Basketball is supposed to be fun. We're going to work like hell, and we're going to work hard, and we're going to get after it. But that part of practice should be hard so that when we bring the show to you, the show should be fun and intense. But I want him to, let's find that happy side of yourself and have fun out there. But play defense first and foremost. But if it's open, you let that thing fly, man, because you're good at that.
With Dennis being the big off-season acquisition, what do you think he brings to his group, and how much does he fit that identity for
Identifying Dennis in the offseason was big for me. I'm a super fan, have been for a long time. I really appreciate how he brings his heart to the game. Handing him the basketball makes me feel real comfortable that he's going to bring the right type of demeanor and leadership and all of those things to, as a coach, I want him to exemplify me on the floor. And if you guys know me, I'm a little rough, so I get that, and I think that is a lot of what you see with him. He's not backing down, and I tell him we're not moving backwards, we're not moving to the side, we're moving forward, and whatever that means for the opposition is what it means. So super excited to have him, super excited that he is our point guard and leading us into the future.
Do you have an opponent lineup in mind at this point, or is it stuff up for grabs?
Nah, I'm not going to tell you out of everybody, certainly would be you. But yeah, in my mind, I have some things in mind, but when you hit the court, you never know. When I got here, I wasn't projected to be the starter, I don't think. But by opening night, there I was. So, we'll see. Like, guys come out here and compete, and it's really, to be honest, Frank, with you, it's really not about who starts. It's about who finishes. And we're here to finish. We're not here to start the game. We're here to finish the game.
What kind of changes most coaches we see with kind of the way the offense runs and the way you guys
a lot of the same. We have an incredibly talented big man that can do a lot of things with the basketball. We have a point guard now that understands shot profile and getting us into good shots. We have incredible 40% shooters on the wings. We have a guy that's a go-to guy in DeMar. We have a 6 man of the year. Like, we have a lot of different things. So, like, you don't just scrap everything. So, I like splits and different things. You guys seen how I played when I played, but a lot of the same. There'll be some tweaks and different things, and moving guys around the floor, I think, to take advantage of their skill sets.
Coach, most coaches aren't afforded the freedom to have certainty as far as their future and different factors that go into that. You have the back end of the front office and your situations finalized. Now, are there any aspects of your coaching style that you now can unleash now having?
It's a good question. I think part of that is going to be defined by you guys, like what you see and how you see it. I'm going to be myself because that's all I know how to be. Like the things that I want to do, I want to pick up 94 feet. Like, now it's been done, so I think a lot of people will do it. Prior to that, I was kind of told you couldn't do that in the NBA, and that was something that I did. The advancing the ball up the sidelines would make me mad. If I'm picking up, like, yo, man, get in that lane, make sure the ball's not advanced. So, that's probably one of the biggest things is defensively. There's an aggressiveness that I would like to play with, and that tone is set by our point guard. And then after that, no blow-bys. Keep them in front of you, square them up, and make sure that we touch them. Yeah, for sure.
All right, you see,